Oh my God.
That or look stupid. So I didn't have a choice.
No, it doesn't look stupid. It's just that you were finally growing into it.
No. It was I wanted to keep the beard, but if I
Yeah.
had kept it like with the thing I shaved by accident,
Yeah.
there was no way to salvage. I had to
You
start clean slate.
you could have kept the mustache. We could have done Movember.
No, no,
Why?
no.
Why?
I hate the stash. I hate the stash.
Why?
I hate it. I hate it. How do I say this? And I don't say this to be mean. This is just an opinion that I have. I
Okay.
hate the Mexican stash. You know the
How do you
fun.
expect me to not be offended by that?
Hold on. Let me
In what
rephrase that.
universe was I not going to be hurt by that?
No, you know the stash that every like 15-year-old Hispanic boy tries to pass off as like a mustache, the little peach fuzz that they all get. I fucking
Yeah.
hate that. I hate that with a passion on my few. So I will never allow myself to only have a mustache. No. No.
You could have had one. You could have bleached it, and you could have been a fucking Hulk Hogan. Like we could have been that.
No. You know all the bad shit about Hulk Hogan. You know this.
Yeah. That's what was gonna be fun about it. Um, I had something that I needed to talk to you about.
Okay.
Did you hear about the leak?
Is this the bit?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
You can include all that. Like that was gold too.
Okay. What leak?
The fighting game.
Oh, Warner Brothers fighting game. Yes.
Did you hear about the Warner Brothers fighting game? Did you saw the character select screen?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you right now. Okay.
Okay, send it to me right now. I'm logging into our piece of shit messenger as we speak.
Yeah. Give me a second. It's just that I have to send it to you because I have it on Twitter. So for context, we all know Super Smash Brothers, and Super Smash Brothers was so popular, especially the last one, that I think it's doing this thing where like it's kind of creating like its own genre again. Like there's going to be a lot of like fighting games like that. Nickelodeon just put out one, which is actually not bad, but apparently Warner Bros is planning on one, and here is the roster. I just sent it to you. It's not complete, but it's so far like what's been leaked.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
There it is. It's been sent.
Yeah. All right. All right, folks. We're gonna go over this roster one by one. Okay.
The first one is an original character, so you can ignore that one. But the rest are, yeah.
Is that Steven Universe?
That is Steven Universe. Yeah. So as you remember, Warner Brothers and HBO own Cartoon Network. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and that's clearly Batman, Harley Quinn, for part for the course. Adventure Time, that's different.
Yeah.
Okay. Shaggy, okay, I love how they're leading into it.
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry, okay. Bugs, Rick, Gandalf, Superman and Wonder Woman. Okay, all right, I like this roster. I like this team.
Yeah.
I wonder who else they're gonna include though, because I mean that's not a big enough roster. But like I heard, like they're gonna include Neo, if I'm not mistaken. Also, apparently.
I wouldn't be surprised, and that would be like a good idea. Godzilla and King Kong need to be there, of course.
That's true. Oh, Godzilla would be my go-to. I'd make him my go-to.
Yeah. So I thought this was gonna like make your brain explode. Like I was concerned, like that you were gonna be okay when you saw this. Like it hasn't been. Yeah, go ahead.
No, honestly, I've seen like headlines about it. I never looked into it. Like I didn't know if it was legit or not. So I was like, I'm gonna wait. But apparently, it's legit. Like it's legitimate.
It's a leak. It hasn't been like confirmed yet. I'm guessing when it gets like confirmed, we're gonna get like a trailer or like a fuller roster. But yeah, so far this is a thing that it's gonna let us dream for a bit, because Super Smash just got completed. Like they just added their last character, so now we have nothing to theorize about that. So yeah.
Why don't they just continuously add new characters every like couple weeks or months?
Because they said from the start, like, okay, everyone that has ever been on Smash is coming back. they added like 10 or 11 new characters, and then they said we're gonna add another 5 as DLC. And then after those 5 were announced, they were like, "Oh, we're adding another 6," and then after that, that will be it. So yeah,
But what? But why? Why don't they go down the GTA route of like just keep throwing bones out there that way people to keep buying?
I'm guessing because the people that are working on the team also want a break. Like I'm guessing that too. So I don't know. It's been it was a fun couple of years of just like every couple of months getting a new character, and then now it's been completed.
I mean, so when's the next Smash coming out then?
I think they could milk this one for like another 5 to 6 years. I think they don't need to release a new one for like a good while. So
Man, but
think
see,
they're good.
WB has so much properties though. Like, dude, they could add. I know this is stupid, but they could add Ed, Ed, and Eddie, the Grim Adventures, Billy and Mandy, fucking Neo. You know, obviously they could add. They have so much. Godzilla and Kong, as you said. Like,
There's no Harry Potter here. Where are they?
I think he'll be added on eventually.
Yeah.
There's so much possibility here. You know, I think I look at this roster and I'm like, this is a great start.
Yeah.
But this
I agree.
better be a fucking start. This better not be like take what you can get. I expect mountains. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's another thing. The Iron
Those are-
Giants.
Those are owned by
that.
Nickelodeon though.
But no, but aren't they also owned by Warner Bros? How do they do the cross-platforming with Ready Player One?
I have no idea.
Unless WB owns the licensing for them. Because
Probably.
I'm not sure if Nickelodeon is owned by WB or if Nick is owned by
No, Nick is owned by Viacom.
Viacom. Is that with
Yeah.
TNT? By like Turner?
That's with Paramount. That's with Comedy Central. Like those are their own like group.
Gotcha. Oh
Yeah.
fuck it. I mean, their roster has to be able to expand. I know for sure TMNT is with Warner Brothers. I know that.
The thing is that when the Nickelodeon fighting game came out,
Mhm.
2 turtles were in that one. So that's why I have
Fuck
that
it.
concern.
They can split custody. They get 2, we get 2.
All right.
I
Cool.
demand Leonardo and Raph.
Those were the ones that were in the other one. So
Oh fuck them then.
you're getting Mikey and Donnie, and you'll be happy about it.
Donnie's the one with the purple, right?
Yeah.
No one likes the purple one.
You'll get Splinter and you'll be happy about it.
Give me Shredder. Give me Power Rangers Green Ranger Shredder, and I'll take it. Did you know that was a thing?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh fuck. Okay, fair.
Okay. So yeah, so when this game comes out, we're gonna play it. Like
We're gonna play it and we're gonna stream it.
Yeah, and we're gonna.
Okay, that can be our first stream.
Hell yeah! And then your wife is gonna come in and kick both of our asses at it because she's a true gamer.
She'll probably
So-
take it to you when it comes to fucking Smash Brothers.
Yeah, it's so funny because like I own Smash, I play it super often, but then like cousins will come over that don't have video games, and they'll just kick my ass at it. And I'll just be like, when did you practice this?
I mean, it's entirely possible that wasn't on purpose.
No, maybe I just suck. We'll see.
It can't be you, Chema. It has to be everyone else that's the problem.
Sure. That's exactly what my therapist told me to not believe. Speaking of therapists, believe and mustaches. Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso? You mean Led Tasso? Thank you for welcoming us onto your headphones. I'm Ted.
And I'm Lasso. And this is the rollback. So are we talking about just the season 2 or are we talking about the whole show?
I think season 2 was too good for us not to talk about it in its own right. Honestly.
Okay. All right.
So we can do some throwbacks to season 1, but I think we need to talk about a lot of the story development in season 2.
Yeah. Okay. So Ted Lasso show on Apple TV Plus is pretty much their flagship show. It just won a shit ton of Emmys. It's won a shit ton of Golden Globes. It's making Sudeikis into like a worldwide star. And I hate to say this, but they're right. This is like the best show on TV right now. Like it's funny, it's heartwarming, it's kind, it leaves you with a really good feeling, and it's got everything really. Like this is my go-to show for like it's become my go-to show to like watch and rewatch over and over. And I've been sharing it with like everyone I know, and I don't know anyone that hasn't seen it that hasn't liked it. So this might be like the show right now. Okay. I love it. And the second season, I think exponentially made the show even better. What do you think?
I mean, I think season 2 took all the moving parts of season 1 and just built on it so beautifully, which is something I think a lot of shows fuck up. That they try to like build or move their characters forward. And a lot of shows just like don't click, or it feels forced and it doesn't feel organic. But this show did everything, and I did it right. And also, correct me if I'm wrong, it seems like they take the cliches and then they just take them out of the water. Like, can I give one kind of weird example?
Yeah, totally.
Do you remember that part where in the first couple of episodes, Keely sees that Jamie's on some show, and then Roy walks in on her in a private moment. Me and Nikki were both worried, oh, fuck, she's watching Jamie.
Yeah.
And no, it turns out she was watching Roy cry, which is, it's like
You've
subversion.
never seen that.
I haven't. No, but it's like a weird subversion, but like also it's the perfect thing to do. Like they're changing up the cliches that you would expect. In a great way, though. In a great way.
Absolutely. I think the show succeeds in painting this picture of a very folksy character and a very interesting. It's literally a fish out of water story, and yeah, it does subverts a lot of expectations. This is I feel like every time they're gonna land something and it's gonna be expected, they always like pull the rug out. Like they flip it completely, and they make me care, and they make me want to keep coming back to this show, because every Friday there was a new episode, and I was there every Friday just to like, because I couldn't get enough of this show, and I couldn't get enough of these characters. And hell, we could spend just a whole 40 minutes just on Roy, but like there's a lot of moving parts in this, and like the way that they evolve the characters is great. Because, for example, in the first season, I think we all hated Jamie. Like Jamie was like the worst. But the way that they humanized him, by the end of the season, I didn't hate him. I understood where he was coming from. I understood the pressure that he had. And by the end of the second season, he was one of my favorite characters. He had evolved so well, and he learned to accept the parts of him that need to change and the parts of him that need to come out at certain times. And hell, even the ending, there was like a little bit of a curveball when he goes to the funeral, and he goes to tell Keely that he still loves her. But then he goes like, no, I fucked up. I shouldn't have done that. And like, I'm not expecting anything, and this will pass and everything. Like, I like that.
He was very open about his fuck ups and his mistakes all throughout.
Yeah. And because by the end of the first season, like we're in a certain spot, and the introduction of Dr. Sharon, who's the sports psychologist that they bring in, what a great character. Like she really comes in to just like flip everything around. And even Ted, who we're supposed to like and we're cheering for him, like it shows that he's not a saint, that he's not perfect, that he also has some shit that he needs to work on. And she helps him, and he also helps her. And it really like rejuvenized the show. Like it really helped to keep it fresh again.
You mentioned a few things, the development of a lot of the characters. You mentioned Roy and Ted. Yeah. Ted, to the best of my knowledge, he's only ever used the word fuck, I believe, twice, and both times it was with the doctor.
Yeah.
Ted has never dropped that kind of language. Even when I expect him to, he hasn't. His aversion to therapy, he does not want to do it. He doesn't feel comfortable. But eventually he finally does reach out, and he talks about the tough moments in his life, stuff that you didn't expect, stuff that makes sense, Yeah. During the first season, I wondered, how the fuck is this guy so positive? Like, I appreciate it, but how? But then the old story rings true. The people who are the happiest typically are the people that have been the saddest at some point, and those things. It explains a lot. It's perfect. They dive into some subjects a lot of shows aren't willing to dive into. Ted and Beard, Do you remember there was one episode where that centered completely? Excuse me. Centered completely around Beard. And at one point, like the match that he's watching, the commentators are saying, "Oh, what, are you gonna go kill yourself now?"
Yeah.
Like they got real with some of those things, rightfully so. Stuff that needs to be talked about, but nonetheless, it was impressive and it was tastefully done. I think trying to be welcoming, trying to be inclusive, but not what's what I'm looking for. They weren't exploiting it, but they were talking
Yeah.
about a major issues
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah. No, I agree. And you have to be like you have to be very specific with this, but you also have to be fearless to like touch on these subjects. And what I really like about Ted and what I love about that performance and that character is that, he has his reasons to distrust, therapy when like the only time where I've been is when I went to a couples counseling. And by the time I got her, the psychologist already hated me, like, because she knew like the version that my wife was saying. And there's an episode where like he just goes back and forth with the therapist. And when he comes back, she goes like, "Oh, you came back." And he goes, "Yeah, I don't quit things." Like, he doesn't want to, but he knows that that's the right thing to do. So he will do it.
Yeah.
And he will say one sentence and then she'll answer and then he'll just leave. But then he'll come back again and he'll just be like, "Yep, nope, I don't quit things. I'm back here." And
I don't have it in me to stop.
yeah, like I can't do that. Which is why, that brings back to like in the first season when his wife and him are getting a divorce and he says like, "I promise I would never quit." And she goes like, "No, you're not quitting. You're just letting go. And that's okay." Like that's something that he also needs to learn. One of the best moments in the first season is when he and Beard are talking, like it's close to the end of the season. And he goes like, "Well, win, lose, that's not how we measure things." And Beard explodes at him and goes like, "Damn it, it is. Because if we lose, we get relegated and these kids' lives get ruined. And there are consequences to this. Like, we can't lose. Mm-hmm. And we want to win." And that, I think, specifically because Ted is shown as like this person that comes in and swoops everyone with his charm and makes them like him. And he's so positive and he changes everything around them. And that's great. But he's also not perfect. And mm-hmm. that is good. That is a good way to present this character. And God, like the second season just made it better.
We talked a little bit about Jamie and a bit about Ted. I want to talk about two characters, or I guess a couple characters, but there's another character I really want to touch on. Fucking Roy Kent. He's here. He's there.
He's every fucking where.
Roy Kent. Roy Kent. I fucking loved him. He gave me three. God, there were about 3 different times where I broke down laughing to a point where I was in tears. I think the best one is when he talks about Jamie. When they ask him, "How do you feel about your teammate going back?" And Roy says, and I'll try to say it with a straight face,
"He's a prick.
Jamie's a muppet. I hope he dies of the incurable disease of being a little bitch."
That's a really good Roy Kent impression. That's not bad.
Thank you. I tried. No, it's like I fucking love Roy Kent. Like
yeah.
Oh man, he was awesome. I wish we would have seen more moments of him with those sports guys because they were hilarious with each other. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna tell us how you really feel. You're a shit manager. Not about me. You're manager.
You're a shit manager. I'm surprised. I want to see that full press conference when he retires. Why haven't they released the full thing? I want to see that. They should release that.
I don't think they can. I don't think they can make it. I don't know, man.
I would love to. Did you saw his acceptance speech at the Emmys?
No.
So he won for best supporting actor, and like he stood up, he picked up the trophy, and he went. They asked me to not swear when I was giving this speech, so this is gonna be real fucking short.
Did he say that? He said this is gonna be real fucking short.
He's like, this is gonna be real fucking short. And yeah. I fucking love Roy Kent. I really like him in the first season, and I feel like they gave him a lot of opportunities to shine in several different windows in the second season. Because like you said, he was great as a sports commentator. but I really liked him in like the first episode when he's the coach of like the little girls team.
Yes.
Like he was fucking great. Like
Except for you, Mary. You really put your body out there for the team. Always, coach.
coach, yes, like that was great. But hell, also the scenes when he's just there with like his niece. And like they're walking around, and like his niece is like, it's like, Uncle Roy, can we go get ice cream? And he goes like, no, that's dumb. And she goes like, okay, thank you for helping me set healthy boundaries.
She's an uncharacteristically cute kid, though.
She's fucking great, and like she really brings out the best in him. And yeah, what's up? What else?
No, I was gonna say, I'm sorry, no, just the part where she breathes on him with like the Christmas episode. And he just looks at her like you see one of his eyes just like roll to the back of his head. He's just like, I fucking can't. Oh man. No.
Oh my god.
So Roy can't.
That's good. And I feel like look, I really like him in the first season. I think they gave him a lot of chance to like evolve and like come out of his shell and everything. I feel like a good chunk of the second season was spent on, hey, look at Roy Kent. He's perfect. Look at fucking Roy Kent. Hey, look at him. Look at him. He's the perfect man. Look at him. Like I feel like the show was really focused on, hey, look at Roy Kent. Isn't he the best? I had a road trip, a 2-hour road trip with a friend of mine. And during the 2 hours, we only talked about Ted Lasso. And there was a point where like she said, man, I fucking love Roy Kent. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. You know, we all love Roy Kent. And then she was like, I was watching it with my boyfriend. And I was like, man, I fucking love Roy Kent. And I'm like, why the fuck would you say that in front of your boyfriend? Like, that's mean. Yeah. So I was like, why would you? But anyway, so yeah, Roy Kent is great. And hell, even seeing moments where and then seeing him as a coach is also great. Like because he's petty, but he's also like very funny. So I don't know. He really is like one of the standout characters on the show. Did you saw the theory that he might be fake?
No, what the fuck?
There's like an ongoing theory that he's not real, that he's CGI.
What?
Yeah, just look it up whenever you can. But there's like a theory that said like he's not real, he's CGI because his facial hair is too perfect. I don't know, something there's like theories that he's not like a real person, that he's made by a computer.
He's too perfect of a man.
No, they're just like, oh, he's CGI. That's what it is, and they use the facial hair as an example. What was the other character you wanted to talk about besides Roy Kent? If you say Nate, I'm gonna hit you because that's gonna take another hour.
The little bastard that is Nate.
Oh my god, what a heel turn,
dude!
What a heel turn.
You know, me and Nikki noticed a few things, and I want to see what your opinion is of them.
Yeah.
Did you notice the show? Because we noticed this on the second watch. The first episode opens with Nate's eyes, and and then the show ends with you going into his eyes.
Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah.
Also, so when Roy goes to coach for the first time, he's wearing an all black suit, like almost like in a metamorphosis that he's transitioning into this role, into this new thing, like almost like a in that way.
Yeah.
What's the fucking suit that Jamie wears when he goes off on Ted, leaves, and goes on to become an asshole coach? Black suit.
Yeah.
Maybe we're reading too much into it, but there are some similarities there.
No, I feel like that's on purpose. I feel like the same thing with his hair. Like, I don't know where he just starts getting gray hair, and like by the end, it's a fucking wig. Yeah. And I feel like that's on purpose because they want him to. If he's changing emotionally, he should change physically.
Yeah,
and I kind of think that they're making him look like Jose Mourinho, like that's like on purpose, like a fucking.
Jose Mourinho?
Jose Mourinho is like it's a football coach in the UK, and he's known for being like a super like angry coach, and like he looks and talks like a Bond villain. And yeah, he's not my have you ever seen the meme of like a guy who's like is like grossed out and taking off his headphones and just like you
Yeah.
ever seen that? That's
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
That's a
him.
meme?
Yeah. So
Hmm.
but he's like one of the hardest, like toughest nail coaches that exists. So I feel like they're doing that on purpose to like make him look like him. Yeah. So yeah, Nate, you start the first season and he's like one of those characters that you want to adopt, like you fall in love with them like right from the start. And then by the end, he's like the biggest asshole of the whole show. And one of the great things is that if you rewatch the first season, that guy was showing signs of microaggression from the very start. So this heel turn does not feel as surprising. It feels like it's been building up, and that's good.
What was this? What was the scene that made me love him the first time? The very first episode I ever saw him was when when Beard and Ted were watching the players, and the reporters coming. What the fuck's his name? Something from the Independent.
The Independent.
Yes, thank you. That
Krim, the Independent.
And you hear him say, "I think I found another poo."
Yes.
I love
so big.
Yeah,
they're getting bigger every time I see.
Yes, and I was like, "Oh, I love Nate." Wait, so point out to me real quick. What are some times that he's microaggressive in the first season? I don't remember that. I believe you. I just don't remember.
Okay. What is the first thing that we see him do the first time that he appears?
Oh, get off the pitch.
That's the first. Next, remember when he gets promoted, but for a second he thinks that he's been fired?
I don't remember it. No, I don't.
He immediately goes off on Rebecca, like he sees the new kit man. And then Rebecca walks in and he goes like, "You fucking bitch, you fired me." And then everyone goes like, what are you talking about? Like, this is your new contract. Like, yeah, like that guy was building up on like microaggressions, like from the start. Like he was one bad day away from like having power and abusing that power.
Oh my God. I did not notice that at all.
Dude, rewatch the first season. There's like a ton of little moments like that.
Dude, I didn't know. No, I did though. That's the thing. I actually, when we were talking about reviewing this, I rewatched seasons 1 and 2. That's when I noticed all those things about Roy with the black suit and Nate with the black suit and the eyes and shit. But dude, I did not notice like that microaggression at all.
Yeah, no. Like, and the first season is like full of little scenes that are like this close to making him explode. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the scene in like the Christmas episode where like he gives Ted a frame picture of the two of them and Beard. And like he signs it on top of Beard, like right from the get-go. He's like, I'm gonna be your number 2. Like, I don't care who needs to go.
That's fucking true.
And like the evolution of Nate is also comes up on the fact that people don't see him as a threat. So he wants to make himself like the threat. Like he tries to make a move on Keeley, and Roy is just like, it's okay, I forgive you, it's fine, because he doesn't see him as a threat. Yeah. And he gets upset at that.
You're good, don't worry, kid.
And he gets upset at that because he's like, what do you mean I'm not a threat? I'm a man.
It's like the husband of a teacher and a fourth grader. The fourth grader is like, I'm sorry, I kissed Miss whatever, and the husband's like, don't worry about it, kid, you're 10. It happens. Like
that's it.
I think, okay, look, there's some weird instances at my school. I don't want to talk about it. It wasn't me. It was not me.
I used to work as a teacher. Now I'm concerned. Like,
oh God, no. There was this weird ass kid. What was his name? Fucking.
I don't want to talk about this.
Okay. The fact is, the kid got what he deserved. I'm gonna just say that.
Oh my God. Okay, so. So yeah,
that poor 10-year-old little fucker.
Nate, so it looks like he's gonna be like the biggest main antagonist in season 3, and we can expect that. What else do you want to say about Nate? Yeah,
he like, you're right, little moments of outbursts, but do you think, like, I was expecting Ted to blow up on him at some point, and fair enough, like Ted didn't, but I kind of want that to happen at some fucking point.
Yeah.
Like I understand a lot of the moments where Ted has had to keep his cool and be the better person or whatnot. Even with Nate, he's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't give you enough credit. Like, I'll work on it. I'm sorry," and that just pisses Nate off even more. Like, fuck you, get mad at me. It's like, no, kid, like, I'm sorry. Like, Ted's such a good person that it pisses Nate off on almost a cellular level. Man, I really hope there's a moment where Ted goes off on him. Beard was also checking Nate a lot throughout the season, noticing, hey, fuck you doing? Especially when he abuses that kid. That I thought Nate was going to redeem himself because he was bullying the kid for the first like 6 episodes, the new Kitman. Up until the point where they give him the Wunderkind jersey,
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? He worked on it. Okay, cool. We're done with this arc. And then when the episode ends with him going in there and saying, "Don't you ever fucking embarrass me like that again,"
Yeah.
I was like, he is gonna be a bad
Yeah,
guy.
no, he's gone off the deep end by that point.
That was the moment that told me, okay, there's no coming back from this. Like,
Yeah, no, he's completely giving himself to the dark side.
yeah.
Yeah. And you mentioned Beard. I want to talk about Beard. Beard is like,
Please.
Beard is so good, and like he gets to shine so much more in the season. I saw somebody on the subreddit, which shout out to the Ted Lasso subreddit and Discord. They're fucking great, and they were really cool to like engage in like conversation on that. And somebody had this theory that like, hey, so imagine this. This is how I imagine they pitched the show. Like Ted Lasso is Superman without the powers. Like he's just a genuinely nice guy and he spreads kindness to like everyone that meets him. So what's Coach Beard? Coach Beard is his Batman. Like he's his dark side, but that also but that has these walls that he's built around. And he gets a moment in season 2 where he gets to pull like the he turns around and he's not there anymore. Like,
oh yeah.
Like that was so good. That was such like, and the fact that they didn't explain it is such a Beard move that like, makes it so much better. Like he's like the Creed in The Office. Like he has a couple of lines per episode, but they're always great lines. And like one of my favorites is like there's an episode where like they meet Rebecca's mom because like she shows up, and he like Ted just says like, oh, I'm gonna go get dinner with Rebecca and her mom. I love meeting people's moms. It's like a map to see why they're nuts. And then he turns to Beard. It's like, how's Mrs. Beard, by the way? And he goes full on Quanon. Like just full on Quanon. And then like there's like this scene where they go like, hey Ted, do you have lunch plans? And he goes like, yeah, Beard and I are having like we do like secret sandwich like change. And he goes like, I made you a BLT. I made you one as well. Oh, like I love their relationship. I love how they work together. They have such great chemistry.
They do.
I love it. Like I don't know, something really odd, but like I really like that they always refer to each other as coach. I don't know why. There's like a camaraderie there that like is really hard to nail, and I really like how it works. Well, okay, like everyone needs a Beard in their lives. Like it just works.
Well, quick question, because I think you knew more about this character than I did. Ted Lasso made him for like some commercials for NBC for a while back, right?
So like in 2012, yeah.
That far
like,
back? Fuck.
Yeah. Like in 2012, NBC, I think, NBC got the right to show the Premier Cup, which is a football cup in London. And to promote it in the States, they said, hey, let's create like a character. Let's get Sudeikis. He's in a Saturday Night Live. Let's make him create like a random character of a football coach who's going to coach soccer. And it'll be for a joke. It'll be for a bit. But NBC kept the rights to. Do you want to stop for a second?
No, we're good.
Okay. So
the handoff has been done.
Whatever it is that was happening, it better not be.
It was just a charger.
Okay, good. So I thought it was your dogs again. Okay, so you were trying so hard not to break too. So anyway, so Sudeikis was on Saturday Night Live, and they were like, "Hey, just help us like create like a character to like promote the Premier League." And if you see the original sketches, they're funny. A lot of the original jokes that they made ended up on the show, but Ted Lasso was the Ted Lasso in those sketches was not like kind or wholesome. He was just a tough as nails football coach,
Mhm.
and yeah. So and that was like the joke, but then they evolved that into this show. They brought in Bill Lawrence, who's the creator of Scrubs, and that's where I think a lot of the wholesomeness came in.
Was Beard a part of that
Yes.
initially? Oh, he was in the
Yeah.
he was in the original. Okay, cool. You know what I
Yeah.
think also plays to Ted Lasso's strengths? The fact that this showed so Scrubs, like I don't know if you remember, some of the seasons were more than 24 episodes, which that's a lot of fucking comedy to write.
Scrubs
Um,
is like my favorite comedy show of all time. So like I know it well. Yeah.
yeah, but like no, but correct me if I'm wrong. The seasons were like stupidly long, right? Like 20
Yeah.
episodes or more. Whereas
2024. Yeah.
Whereas Ted, I mean, once a year, and for what, 10, 12 episodes?
Yeah.
I think although the episodes may be shorter or there's fewer of them, the quality is much higher. And also the work on the characters themselves.
Well,
Um,
they have Apple money, so like, yeah, the budget is like higher.
that's true.
Yeah.
Also, I want to talk about real quick. I love Rebecca's like changing throughout the show, like to where
Yeah.
she's lonely. She wants to meet someone. She meets someone. She's trying to figure out herself what she wants. She's trying to, the evolution of Rebecca's character from like, the villain, the bitch in the first few episodes of season one to becoming, I'd say, a fan favorite. Because again, they abandoned that trope. I thought she was going to be the villain throughout the whole season one. Fuck no.
Yeah.
By like what, episode 5 or 6, she comes clean to Ted, and Ted's like, fuck it, let's keep going.
Yeah. She's great, and her friendship with Keely is like precious.
It is.
It's wonderful, and I really like also her other friend, like Sassy, the other friend. She's great. The daughter is also great. I don't know, just this show manages to create chemistry out of any combination of characters, and it always nails it. And Rebecca is such a fun character because like she was such a bitch in the first season, and but her evolution is, and I think her friendship with Keely helped. Her relationship with her assistant, what's his name?
Hawkins.
Hawkins. Yeah, he's great too. And I don't know. She's just a really good, like, strong presence in the show, and she manages to have both really good emotional and funny moments. I think I just have to say, like, what her standout moment to me, like, I'm a fan of a good F-bomb, but I think it's really hard to nail those. And there's a scene in the funeral episode where she's in the back room, and Keely comes in, Sassy comes in, Sassy's daughter comes in, her mom is there, and they're like, yeah, it's so sad, your dad died, it's depressing. Who are you banging? And they go and they're like, oh, you'll never guess. And then they're like, is he tall? And she goes, yes. And Keely goes, is it Sam? And then she just turns and is like, how the fuck did you know that? But like that how the fuck did you know? It's so perfectly executed. That's one of the best F-bombs I've heard in my life. Like that came from the heart. That how the fuck did you know that? Kills me every single time. I think between that and Mark Wahlberg's F-bomb in Ted 2, those are like my two favorite F-bombs ever. Like the new Superman is Jonah Hill. Fuck! Fucking love that. So like rewatch that scene. That's like a perfect F-bomb. That came from it's meaty, it has substance. Just that fuck. Are you looking it up?
I am actually.
It's like Ted 2 Superman. Just like,
Ted 2 Superman.
The new Superman is Jonah Hill.
Fuck. What was I gonna say? Fucking.
No, Rebecca's great.
You know what I love about the show though? It manages to be funny without punching down, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, that's nice. Oh wait, here it is. Let's see.
Superman is Jonah
Yo, it fucking kills me every single time. Just like,
That was actually pretty good.
Oh god.
There's tremendous Jonah Hill. Fuck.
No, like the fact that it's so like he says it and then the scene just keeps going. Like no one addresses like his outburst. It's really good. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, between that and how the fuck did you know that? Those are my favorite F-bombs ever. Yeah.
Damn, what was I gonna say about the show? Ted Lasso is such a weird show that it has no business of working, but it does.
Yeah, it's not a formula that should work, and yet it somehow does.
And it's so earnest. Like it took the time. It earned the fans' love, respect, attention, and I think that's part of what helps. The show has never fucked over its fans. Like it's never mistreated us or emotionally. Like it's never done something bad to us to a point where we distrust the show. So in exchange for that, we'll go with you on these longer journeys. You know. Nate turning to the dark side, Jamie getting redeemed. You know, there's a whole episode that only has fucking Coach Beard and him dealing with his depression. And we went along with it because you know what? We trust this show and we trust that the overall story is worth it. And props to this fucking show. Like, they've earned the right to be able to take us on those long journeys because we know I'm probably going to turn out okay on the other side.
Yeah. And like I said, it's a show that really leaves you like with a good feeling in your heart. Like this is a wholesome show, and like it makes me feel. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it's the funniest show ever made because it's not, but it is. It is like you laugh at like good stuff, and like it makes me want to like replay. I need to talk about a specific character.
Shoot.
Na 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 na. Danny Rojas, Danny Rojas is like. I want to adopt him. I fucking love this kid. Okay. So
football is dead.
Football is life. Okay.
No, football is dead.
Football is death, but it's also life. Every single line that Danny Rojas spouts is like comedy gold. Like he's like a golden retriever turned into a human. Like he's so fucking like flawless of a character. Like he's so fucking good, and like every line that he goes like there's an episode where Keely's giving out like free coffee machines to the players, and he picks one up, and Keely's like, oh, remember to pick your free coffee machine, Danny, and he goes like, oh, I don't drink coffee. My mom says I was born pre-caffeinated. And he goes, but I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna give it to my neighbor. My neighbor also doesn't drink coffee, but her son does, and she really wants him to visit. So I'm gonna go visit. Like that's who fucking thinks of that. And then his whole arc with him killing the dog in the first episode, and then him getting redeemed by the end. Every line, the whole funeral episode where he's like, I can't wear dress shoes, man. Like this is not like they're so uncomfortable. Like I can't wear these. Like he nails every single scene that he's in, and he's always funny. And like I think he really brings a lot of humanity into like the show. Every player is based on like a real life player, and he's based on Chicharito Hernandez. He's one of Mexico's like most famous players, and he's playing in Europe right now. And his main thing is that he's always positive and he's always like super like optimistic. So he's just a copy paste of him, and he's super funny. One of his most famous moments was during the last World Cup. There was like a video where they were interviewing him, and they were like, so Mexico has never passed beyond like the fifth game. Like they always lose the fifth game and they never win. Why do you keep going if you know you're going to lose? And he famously said, let's imagine badass things. He just says like, imaginemos cosas chingonas. Let's imagine badass things. Like it could happen. That became like it became like the mantra of the whole team. Like that. Of course, we lost on the fifth game again, but it was like a nice moment. There was like a video where like he was asleep in one of like the buses, like going to a match, and somebody took a picture of him, and they're like, he's asleep. He's dreaming of badass things. Yeah, so like he's based on Chicharito, and he nails him. Like he's super funny. He's so energetic, and man, if the next season just has the equal amount or more Danny Rojas, I'm gonna be happy because he's one of the best side characters ever put on TV. He's so funny, and I want to keep seeing him. That Christmas episode when he shows up and he's like, "I brought you a traditional Mexican ponche, and if you feel cheeky, we can add some tequila in it." It's like, this one already smells like tequila. That's because it's pre-chicken. Oh my god! Like he's so good. I love him. I love that kid so much. I want give him a solo show. Give him whatever he wants. He's fucking great.
Let's go. I want to talk about Sam for a second. How
Sam
fucking endearing!
Obisanya.
How fucking endearing is this one character?
He's so lovable. Like really, like he's so like he has that like boyish charm of like, you know, kind of young, kind of naive, but also really wise. And he gets a lot of chance to shine in this season. I agree. What did you like about him?
So much of his aspect, his attitude, there's this great scene that I love where when Jamie finally comes back, Sam never tells Ted anything. Like after Ted promises not to bring Jamie back, he does, you know, and Sam just looks at him. He's like, "You fucking asshole." And on the field, you know, when they're going, you know, 5v5 or 10v2, whatever the fuck it is, he knocks the shit out of it. So yeah, when they go 7-on-7, he knocks the absolute shit out of Jamie. And then he goes up to me, he says, a couple things that changed since you've been gone. Don't bring that weak shit on my field. Bye. He keeps going. And he
earned that.
Honestly. Yeah. Well, but he takes up such a leadership role, you know. There's so much more to him. He's a nice guy, but he's also not one to be taken advantage of. He even takes a brave stand, you know. He's getting a sponsorship deal. And when he finds out what this company is doing, no, fuck him. I'm gonna protest him.
Yeah.
No, it's Sam's character, same thing, only develops only for the better.
Yeah.
You know, we have more layers to the character.
I agree. He had some of my favorite lines in the first season, and then also season 2. But like in the first season, there's an episode where like they're trying to lift the curse from the club, and he goes to Rebecca to tell her like, "Hey, we're gonna try to lift this curse. You should come because, you know, we're all part of the team." But like when he goes, he asks her like, "Are you doing anything tonight?" And she goes like, "Oh no, like I'm flattered, but no." And he goes like, "Oh no, it's not for romance. It's because I want to invite you to this, to like the team." And then he has like this thing of like, "Oh, I don't really care about money. I just want to create like something good. Like, did you know that J.K. Rowling has more money than the Queen?" And she goes like, "Yeah, I know." It's like, I like to imagine that like somebody's rich because they created something and they gave it to the world. Like he's such a wholesome little kid. Yeah. Like he's so great. And then in season 2, you know, some of the best scenes are like when he's with the whole team in the locker room and they're like, "Oh, she's texting. Like,
oh
yeah, like everyone is like supporting him, and then when they give him the haircut and then he goes to the date, like
I love the haircut scene.
The haircut scene was so wholesome. Like you really get to see like the whole team. They become brothers like at this point, and it's great. And then we need to talk about like a big turn in the season is like his relationship with Rebecca, and man, talk about taking it like a champ, because when she's like, "We need to stop this because because you're so charming and I can't, like, this cannot keep going," and he accepted it. He just goes, "There's only one problem. I'm only gonna get more charming." And like, like he
smooth as fuck.
It. He's smooth as fuck, but he like accepts it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's also becoming like one of the shining stars of the show.
There's I think my favorite scene with him, the scene that made me go, "Fuck this guy smooth," it was the scene where Rebecca asked what's your address, and he sent it to her. She opens her front door. He's standing right there, and she says, "Then why did you send me your address?" And he says, "That way when you want to come over next time." And he goes right into her, like, "You smooth motherfucker." I don't know who taught you that game, but Good job.
Good for him, man.
Uh,
Oh God, no, he's great. The whole team is good. The new captain, I really like him. What's his name? I forgot his name, but he's great too. He's the one that gives him the haircut. Yeah.
the whole team though is so much more developed. Like everyone, the Danish guy that calls it like it is, fucking.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Remember, he's not being offensive. He's being Danish. Oh yeah.
It's weird.
He says so many weird things. Like on the Christmas episode, he shows up with fried chicken and like, I brought fried chicken. Oh, is it a Danish thing? No. He just doesn't explain it. Like he just leaves it.
Yeah. But like the whole season pays off with that moment at the very end when when he says the false nine can work. Oh fuck, he said it. He's Danish. He means it. We can do this, guys. That's an endorsement.
There's one of my favorite scenes in that last episode is like when they're in the half point and they go into like the office and they're talking and then Ted's like, I'm gonna shoot y'all straight. This is bleak. I mean, look out there. It looks like a Renaissance painting portraying masculine melancholy. And then they show the team and they're all like in this state of like perpetual sadness.
We're defeated.
Yeah. But like, I fucking love. Looks like a Renaissance painting portraying masculine melancholy. Okay. Man, this show does not miss.
Man, so let's fast forward a little bit. Let's talk about our expectations for season 3, if that's okay.
Yeah.
So the final episode does a couple things I didn't initially agree with, but I'm like, okay, that's fine. They have to set up, and there's no other way for them to do it. Sam gets his own restaurant. He's going to be opening his own restaurant. Nate is going to be coaching some bad guys, and one of the things, arguably the most interesting thing for me, Keely and Roy are having some issues with work and business and like sorting their shit out.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think if Roy and Keely, let's go front to back. I think if Roy and Keely can still be mature and communicative as they have been since they started dating, they have no issue keeping going. However, because the show is so does work in working against type and against expectations, I think they might be broken up by the start of the 3rd season. I don't want it to happen, but it could happen. However, we could find ourselves in like an Incredibles 2 situation where like she's out there getting the bread, he's retired, he's home, he's probably taking care of the kids. So, which is not a bad idea. And it could be fun to see like, angry English dad Roy Kent. So it could be fun. It could lead to like more humor, which is always great. Nate has done his complete heel turn. He's not coming back. I don't think he's going to be redeemed. I think he needs to be defeated, and I want to see it. And Sam opening his own restaurant. I mean, that's a normal thing with like soccer players. I mean, they need to keep reinvesting their money because they're not going to play forever. So I think it's good that they kind of put a cap on his whole thing of like, I'm Nigerian by heart and I was born there and I miss it there, but I have chosen to stay here. So I'm going to try to make a little bit of me here. I think that's good. I think it was kind of weird that they showed it like as an after credit scene, like that's going to affect the story because like he's not leaving the team or anything. So I don't know. I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm excited to see what's going to be of Ted and Beard and everyone else. I'm excited to see when new characters pop in because new characters are always a good idea. I want to see more of Sassy. I really like Sassy. And but I don't know what's gonna happen. My friend that I watched the show, that she watched the show too, she was like, I think Ted and Rebecca are gonna end up together. And I don't see it. I see them kind of like
I hope not. I agree.
I see them kind of like Leslie Knope and Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec. Like they're gonna have that work relationship, and they're gonna be really good friends, and they're gonna definitely like be there for each other. But I don't think it's gonna lead to like a romantic relationship. They kind of teased it that maybe he's the one that she was texting with on that episode, but nah. I think if Ted ends up with someone, it's gonna be with Sassy. So yeah,
I think him with Sassy would be perfect. I don't see Rebecca crossing that line since Sassy already kind of dove in there.
Yeah.
I love. Oh my god, I forgot to mention this. Another scene that broke me was when Ted was like, "Is she mine?" Like joking about the 13-year-old, and she says, "No, because she's 13, and if I'm not mistaken, you finished on my." You finish the sentence, Ted. Finish the sentence, Ted.
No, and she goes like, Ted, we had sex 6 months ago, and she's 13. And if I'm not mistaken, you finish. I'm like, and then he leaves, and then Rebecca's like, was he always like? It's like, yes, the whole time, so eager to please. It was fabulous.
I do hope he ends up with Sassy.
They make a good match, and I also like that every time they see each other, they're happy to see each other. Like they have good chemistry. Yeah,
they have rapport. Yeah,
and she's great, and I think that they really bring out the best in each other.
I agree. Final thoughts on Ted Lasso season 2?
I don't want to have final thoughts. I want to keep. I want to keep. I'm kind of sad because the main 2 actors from Scrubs, they have a podcast where they're reviewing every episode of Scrubs again. They're like rewatching it and talking about it. And in one episode, Bill Lawrence, the creator of Scrubs, was in the podcast, and they started to talk about Ted Lasso. And he said, well, from the very start, Ted Lasso was always only meant to be 3 seasons. So after the 3 seasons, like, it's over. And right from the get-go, that was the plan. If we get to tell the story that we crafted from the start in 3 seasons, then we told the story well. But if something else happens and we get to continue, great. But so far, the plan is only 3 seasons. And also because they said Jason Sudeikis, main star, main actor, main everything, he's not going to be available after that time. I don't know what else he's committing to. I kind of think it's going to be like something that, if it's going to be something that like it's going to have him on hold for like a long time, either he has another show like planned, or he's been casting a Marvel movie and we don't know yet, and that's going to like take all his time, because I don't know what can really take like his whole time after that. Like, I don't really know.
Maybe he wants to retire.
I don't think so. He's still young. Like he's still kicking.
When did that podcast episode air?
Like a year ago, I think.
Oh man, that was pre-Emmys. Okay.
No, wait, no, it was this year. It was this year.
But I assume it was pre-Emmys.
I mean, the Emmys just passed, so yeah.
So okay, yeah. So Apple's gonna offer Jason Sudeikis that Apple money. So I'm pretty sure we get more than 3 seasons. If we only get those 3 perfect seasons, fine, fair enough.
Yeah.
The creators of Breaking Bad, when they first made it, just straight up said that the whole show was only supposed to be 5 seasons because they had it mapped out from beginning to end. They knew where they were going at the beginning and the end of each season. They knew they were only going to do 5. And I understand that, the Breaking Bad is not everyone's, cup of tea, but the consensus is it's an amazing show, right? Mm-hmm. I can only assume that like when shit like that happens and they have a perfect plan, it typically comes out well, especially if the creators know where they want to go from point A to point B to point C. So in Ted Lasso's case, if God forbid they do only do 3 seasons, I trust that all 3 seasons are going to be golden, and I cannot wait to finish the journey. Part of the journey. Yeah, but part of the journey is the end.
Yeah. Here's the thing. You've seen Scrubs, right?
Some of it. I know the best episode is the one where there's that really sad song that plays, The World or something like that, or The Book of Love.
I mean, that's a good episode. So I've seen Scrubs like backwards and forwards. I've seen it's my comfy show. Okay. The thing is, Scrubs has a final season, and it's terrible. Because the show was supposed to end in the last season, like everything wrapped up. But then NBC was like, no, we need another season. So they made another season where everyone's retired, but there's new kids, so there's a new cast, and there's a couple of the characters that show up, and it's not good. It's really not funny. One of those main kids, Dave Franco. That was his start. And the thing is that if the creator of Scrubs, who had nothing to do with that last season, says we planned 3 seasons and we plan to stick to it, stick to it. Because I don't want a 4th season that's bad.
Well, I don't think Apple will try to force it without the creator. That, or I can assume maybe the creator has like control of the intellectual property.
Yeah.
So I mean, it might be that if he has to because I assume at that point he probably has the leverage to say, "Hey, you're not doing another season unless I give my approval." Yeah. If that's the case, I would trust him to take us on that journey, or I would trust him to pull the trigger, before we get too big. He has to be the devil on the shoulder and call you out.
Yeah. I have no idea how the show could end, but it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. And I will be the first to be sitting there to watch the premiere of season 3 because I cannot wait.
I know how is it going to end.
How is it going to end? Ted is going to go back to Kansas.
No, well, I mean, possibly, but they're going to have to win the trophy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like he spelled it out like in the first season finale. I guess we're going to have to get our relegation and then win the whole thing.
Win the whole fucking thing. Yeah.
There you go.
Also, a small detail, but I really like how both seasons ended with like a little wink to the audience about the next season. Like the first season ends with like Rebecca telling Ted, like, no, we have a lot of work to do next season. And then in this season in the second season at the end, Trent Krimp, the independent, tells Ted, like, hey, good luck next season. Like, I like how both seasons did that. Fuck, what else am I missing?
Oh, Trent Krim. He instantaneously earned a lot of respect from me when he told him, hey, as a journalist, I had to write that story. Yeah. As someone who respects you, my source was Nate.
Yeah.
And he got fired for not revealing his source, remember?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, if you know anything about journalism, is you don't reveal your sources. Because like that can cause a lot of trouble. So yeah, the fact that they followed up.
Reputation's everything.
Yeah. Yeah. And oh god, like I really like his character. I really like the scenes that he has. And he has beautiful hair. Like, goddamn, that man has a beautiful head of hair for his age. And what was that scene? I seen like season 1 where like he's following them because he's writing a piece on them. And I like how they have that scene where like Ted gave everyone a novel to work on themselves. Like he gave Roy a Wrinkle in Time.
Yeah.
And he goes like, what the fuck is A Wrinkle in Time? And then Trent Krim, the independent, is like, oh, it's a lovely novel. It's about a little girl, finding leadership as she wanders through space. And Roy's like, am I supposed to be a little girl? And then Ted's like, I'd like you to be.
And then he's reading the book to his niece, and he's like, fuck.
Like, that's a bad word, Uncle Roy. He's like, oh, fuck off, Phoebe.
Oh, fuck off, Phoebe.
And he just leaves. He's like, be good.
Be better than me.
He's like, be good. Man, really good show. Really good fucking show.
Folks, if you have not seen Ted Lasso seasons 1 or 2, shut up and go watch them and feel better about yourself.
It really is like it makes you want to be a better person. Look.
Believe. Yes. Yes. Believe.
So
Ted Lasso is everything that people tell you Friends is.
I think they don't need to be compared. But yeah.
It's funny and it makes you happy.
Yeah. I think I'm more willing to watch more Ted Lasso now that I am to rewatch Friends. I feel like Ted Lasso. I don't know, because also here's the thing: I don't care about soccer, but I fucking love this show, and this show made me understand and love more about it. So I really like it. I can't wait for season 3. They haven't said when it's releasing, but season 2 came out in November, so I'm kind of shooting for like maybe November, December, or like early next year. And
it's gonna start shooting in February.
I need it now.
We're not gonna see it till around probably the summertime.
I need it now. I want more Ted. I want more Nate. I want more Beard. I want more Keely. Fuck, I want everyone. They're my gang. Okay, they're my friends now. So
they're the squad.
They're the squad's great fucking show. I need to get that jersey. How do we get those jerseys?
Oh, you can order them online.
Yeah. but
Richmond's actually like a real team, by the way.
I mean, Richmond's a real place, but I don't think it's a real team.
No, I looked it up. It is actually a real team.
I'm gonna get upset if you're right.
It's like if they did a show based on the Dallas Cowboys. It's a real team, actually.
It doesn't. It says it's not a real team.
What? I looked it up. I saw their jerseys and everything.
Yeah, they sell them to promote the show, but they're not a real team.
Are you 100% sure of that?
I am willing to put my reputation on the line.
Ted Lasso soccer team. Let me see.
AFC Richmond.
AFC Richmond soccer.
No.
Ah, damn it! You're right. It is fictional. Fuck, that website is just like a really good website to sell. Damn it! Because look, tell me it doesn't look real. Look, tell me this does not look legit. Look at that.
No. It does look legit. That's the Apple money working to like promote the show.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Apple fucking got me.
Yeah.
Dude, they have matches. They have tickets. Look at that. Look at that. That's a headline, and you can clearly see Ted, Beard, and Nate.
Which, by the way, I'm sorry to break your heart, but no one, not even my mother, would watch a show about the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, fuck you.
Is that a reference to something?
No, I just want you to know I hate you.
No, you don't hate me. And I say this also because I've been baptized as a Cowboys fan, and even I will tell you that no, not watch yeah. No.
I will watch all the Dallas Cowboys I can get.
It'd be like that sometimes. Yeah. Final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I'm so ashamed that we're gonna go from such a great show to such a piece of shit movie right now. That's my final thoughts.
Heads up, it's coming.
Ugh. Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to
Thanks
hear
for
more
joining us. Yeah, go ahead.
If you'd like to hear more about thoughts on movies, you can listen to us via podcast, wherever you get your podcasts from. We're also on YouTube. We do a lot of reviews there, and I do a lot of video reviews.
Yeah, you can check us out on Spotify, YouTube, iTunes. We're available whenever you can get your stream on. And I can't believe I said that. Yeah, whenever you can stream podcasts, you can listen to us. My name is Chema.
Oh, also we have a really badass Instagram. I'm just saying. I've been Eddie.
And this was the rollback. Signing off with a reminder that tea is just hot brown garbage water. Because it is.
My head.
They're not drinking it right. Just put a little bit of Splenda on it, and like it'll be fine. Like
that's not how the English drink tea, though.
Well, I'm the farthest away I can from there, so they're not gonna get offended. At least I use a real kettle, unlike you Americans that like make their tea in the microwave. That is pretty weird.
Hey, I'm just saying we actually do have some fans that listen to us in Europe, so I mean maybe don't get offended.
Why? I'm rooting for them.
Here, if any of our British fans are listening to this, we not everyone here at the Rollback agrees with Chema and his views of the brown poo water that is tea.
What the fuck do I know? I drink Mike's Hard Lemonade for like fun.
This is going too long. I don't know where I'm going with this.